earlier rejected it but left room for Trump to make his case again. Staying in America, and Voice of America journalists are suing the Trump administration. They say the government has violated their First Amendment rights by shutting down US-funded news agencies. Last week, over 1,300 employees were placed on leave. Funding for several news services was cut. The lawsuit claims this move broke federal law and silences independent media. The cuts are part of a broader push by President Donald Trump to shrink the federal government. They argue taxpayer money should not fund news outlets that don't align with American interests. The lawsuit warns that closing these agencies will help authoritarian regimes. It says people in many countries have lost access to objective news. Voice of America, Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia had over 425 million weekly listeners before they were shut down. Moving on to South America, and Peruvian protesters have clashed with police as hundreds marched to Congress in Lima. The protesters are demanding stronger action against organised crime after a rise in extortion and murders. Peru's Congress has removed its interior minister from office. This was owing to his failure to control the surge in violence. Public outrage grew after the murder of popular singer Paul Flores. He was shot when attackers targeted his band's tour bus in Lima. In response, President Dina Boluarte has declared a state of emergency. Soldiers have been deployed to help the police. Peru has recorded over 2,000 killings this year, a sharp rise from 2023. Indonesia's Lewotobi Laki-Laki Volcano has erupted, sending ash clouds more than 8 kilometres into the sky. Authorities have raised the alert level to the highest status, warning of ongoing eruptions and potential lava floods. The eruption in East Nusa Tenggara province follows dozens of smaller ones since March the 13th. A disaster mitigation agency spokesperson confirmed one person was injured during evacuations, though further details remain unclear. The volcanic ash forced Australian airline Jetstar to cancel flights between Australia and Bali, though operations were expected to resume in the afternoon. Bali's airport remains open, but 7 international flights were cancelled and several domestic flights were delayed. Lewotobi Laki-Laki erupted in November last year, killing at least 9 people and displacing thousands. Indonesia, home to nearly 130 active volcanoes, sits along the Pacific Ring of Fire, making it one of the world's most seismically active regions. To South America, and Peruvian protesters clashed with police as hundreds marched to Congress in Lima. The protesters are demanding stronger action against organised crime after a rise in extortion and murders. Peru's Congress has removed its interior minister from office. This was owing to his failure to control the surge in violence. Public outrage grew after the murder of popular singer Paul Flores. He was shot when attackers targeted his band's tour bus in the capital. In response, President Dina Boluarte has declared a state of emergency. Soldiers have been deployed to help the police. Peru has recovered over 2,000 killings this year, a sharp rise from 2023. Now head to Europe, where flights have resumed at Heathrow Airport following a major power outage caused by a fire at a nearby substation. Officials expect a full service to be restored today after the disruption grounded flights and diverted inbound planes across Europe, impacting around 200,000 passengers. Heathrow's chief executive, Thomas Waldby, called the outage unprecedented and apologised for the chaos, acknowledging the airport could not protect itself. 100% authorities confirmed the fire was not suspicious, with investigations focusing on electrical disruption equipment. British Airways cleared 8 long-haul flights to depart Friday evening and is contacting affected passengers. The UK government temporarily lifted restrictions on overnight flights to ease the congestion. Airlines including British Airways, Air Canada and United Airlines have resumed operations, prioritising repatriation flights. Heathrow lost power equivalent to a mid-sized city, with backup systems unable to sustain passenger check with airlines. Kim Jong-un has expressed full support for Russia's war in Ukraine. He met with Russian Security Chief Sergei Shoigu in Pyongyang and reaffirmed his support. Korean state media confirmed the meeting between Shoigu and Kim covered Russia's talks with the Trump administration and security on the Korean peninsula. Both sides reaffirmed their mutual defence pact. Under this agreement, both countries pledged their support if it attacks. Kim vowed to stand by Russia in its fight to protect its sovereignty. Putin sent a message through Shoigu thanking North Korea for its solidarity. Reporters say North Korea has been supplying Russia with weapons for this war. Intelligence suggests it also sent thousands of troops last year. Recent reports claim troops have been deployed. Some analysts believe Kim may visit Russia soon. Shoigu's visit could be part of those preparations. Well, that is all we have time for, but we will continue to bring you more of the latest